years within the troop. We also have extended, I believe I do see PAC 455 here in attendance as well, and then somebody from 8455 here as well participates. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling, and would the color guard present forward?
Color guard, advance. Color guard, post the colors. Troop attention, may the audience please rise. Scout salute, please, those on your uniform, please put your right hand over their hearts. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. The audience may be seated. Scout sign. Please join me in the Scout oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
2. I would like to introduce Reverend Foreman of the King County Sheriff's Office for the opening prayer. Go ahead. True Betties.
That was good timing. Would you all please stand for the invocation? Join me in prayer. Gracious God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as family, friends, leaders, fellow scouts on this significant day in the life of Zephram Wyborny. This evening we celebrate the end of a journey full of challenges, struggles, accomplishments, and sometimes a bit of fun. Today we think of all the merit badges that Zeph earned along the way, the oaths he committed to, the character he developed, and the service to our community he worked so hard to bring about. Little by little, month by month, year by year, he was faithful in this evening. We celebrate his faith, his commitment, and his hard work with this Eagle Scout Court of Honor. So Lord, we ask you for this blessing on Zeph, his family, who supported and encouraged him, his fellow scouts who helped him along the way. Also, please bless these scout leaders, all of Troop 449, and all those who are physically gathered here to celebrate, and even those who wish they were. God, we pray that you will continue to walk with Zeph as he takes these next steps to becoming the scout and the person you desire him to be. Lord, we pray all these things in your precious name. Amen. Amen. Please be seated.
Thank you all. I would like to take this moment now to introduce one of our former Scoutmasters, pretty much somebody who's, I don't know, suckered me into doing the whole Scout thing with him. He's been a great leader We've been on many adventures in terms of all of the scout activities that we've done together. And I would like to welcome Mr. Jeremy Hoyen.
Thank you, Adam. So, as Adam mentioned, former Scoutmaster, I had the pleasure of being in that position of leadership for a decade with the troop. And the Wybornys asked if I would maybe give a little bit of history. Adam mentioned it a little bit earlier, Mr. Tutts mentioned a little bit earlier about the 100 Scouts. We actually have 102, or the troop has 102. Zephram got the spot to be able to carry that mantle as the centurion, if you will. But as we think about the troop, so Scout Troop 449 was established in 1989. Happens to be 35 years later, if you didn't do the math yet. So a bunch of young men came together here, locally, actually, at Nativity Lutheran Church. I've been there in their different locations now ever since. 5 years after starting with the troop was the first Eagle Scout. So that was in 1994, so 30 years ago. When you think about scouting, and it was mentioned before, about 2% of scouts, of young men that become scouts, reach Eagle Scout. So to have 100 Eagle Scouts in 30 years is pretty special. Other aspects of the troop is that the troop has had an Eagle Scout every year since 1994. But each year there's been at least one, sometimes more, sometimes less. But again, something that just shows the instilled nature of leadership. That one, for those parents that are here, that you enabled your scouts to do. But also for the parents that also volunteered, that you also allowed them to lead. Scouts is scout-led. It should be scout-led, and it needs to stay that way. So when you think about those 102 young men for Troop 449, and the thousands that are now fully within Scouts, you need to look around the room. So the Scouts, you need to look back at your parents. And look back at the other adults, like literally, turn around and look, find your parents. Because you need to thank them for allowing you to have this opportunity. Parents, as a former leader of the Scouts, I want to thank you for you allowing your Scouts to go and do under guidance, not under people leading them to do it, but giving them guidance to go and make that happen. I think that's one of the special things about many troops. It's one that drew myself and my sons to the troop, was the sense of adventure, the sense of leadership that they would get, and that aspect of just being able to grow from that. So I'm a proud leader, but I'm not a proud leader because I got to wear a patch. I'm a proud leader because of the young men that are in this room, the young men that have come before you, and all the Scouts that are doing that. So that's just a little bit of a background of the troop. It's like the condensed version of the history. And I look forward to the point when all of you maybe are able to stand up in front of a group and talk about the admiration that you have for the young men and young women that are sitting in front of you that are embarking on this journey. So Zephram, congratulations. Found out your middle name, so you've solved the Kobayashi Maru. And you are now an Eagle Scout. And not only that, 100 Eagle Scout. So congratulations.
So, thank you, Jeremy. Being that Scouts is predominantly Scout-led, they all are in charge of doing different aspects of troop activities, planning, executing. Parents just kind of have the role of finance and transportation, or if you're lucky, we get to go on some of the adventures too. But being that it's Scout-led and individual-led, I'm going to have two of our Scouts come up and talk about some of the different ranks that we have. So would Tyler Burton and Rashad step up, please?
Please stand when your rank is called out. The Scout rank. Earning the rank of Scout is the first step on an exciting journey within the Scouting program. A journey where valuable lessons await. A Scout who achieves this rank is full of enthusiasm, eager to learn, and ready to embrace the adventure ahead. They will begin by learning foundational skills, and with time, will gain knowledge by observing their leaders and experienced scouts. Although the pinnacle of scouting may feel distant, steady dedication and perseverance will guide them along the way. The scout rank represents more than just membership. It is a commitment to being part of a community that values good citizenship, physical fitness, and a deep respect for nature. With each rank, every skill learned, and every challenge overcome, they will come closer to embodying the ideals of scouting and building a foundation of character that will last a lifetime. The whole journey of scouting lies before them, and today they will take their first step. Tenderfoot. Becoming a tenderfoot is a scout's first step into the core experiences of scouting. At this stage, they are not only learning new skills, but also starting to live by the values of the scout, oath, and law. The tenderfoot begins with basic yet essential skills, like tying knots, a skill that once mastered will be useful for life. Whether they have a background in Cub Scouts or come from a family that camps, becoming a tenderfoot deepens their understanding of the outdoors. They learn to participate, appreciate nature, and the importance of conserving it. And they take to heart the practice of doing a good turn every day. They also gain basic first aid skills, preparing them to help others in ways they might not have imagined before. Although they may be new to scouting, the journey of growth has truly begun, and each new experience brings them closer to the essence of scouting. As a tenderfoot, they have stepped onto a path of learning, responsibility, and adventure. They are already moving forward with purpose. Will people in second class please stand? Achieving the rank of second class marks an important milestone in a scout's journey. By now, they are fully integrated into the life of the troop, with more experience, skills, and confidence. They may have been on several campouts, and as their skills grow, they are beginning to live out the scout motto, be prepared, in everything they do. At this stage, a second-class scout is likely setting ambitious goals with their sights fixed on even higher ranks. They understand the path ahead and the commitment it will require. Many are now ready to take on more responsibility, including participating in junior leader training, where they will develop leadership skills and learn to guide others. With another summer camp approaching, they begin to plan wisely, focusing on earning merit badges that not only help them advance, but also deepen their understanding of the world around them. As a second-class scout, they have gained valuable knowledge and a sense of purpose. They are preparing themselves for the next exciting steps on the scouting journey. Will first-class scouts please stand? Reaching the rank of first class is a significant achievement that reflects a scout's growth and experience. At this stage, they have become a vital part of the troop, ready to take on greater responsibilities and possibly step into a leadership. They are advancing their skills and often, without realizing it, are already guiding younger scouts, showing them how to pack for camp, practice teamwork, and play fair. As they approach their teenage years, a first-class scout begins to set high sights on even bigger goals. With scouting continuing to inspire them, they are ready to take on the challenge of advanced merit badges, especially those required for higher ranks. They are actively shaping their own path, gaining confidence and competence along the way as they move closer to scouting's highest honor. In this pivotal rank, the first-class scout demonstrates not only knowledge and skills, but also a commitment to the values of scouting, paving the way for future achievements and greater contributions to their troop and community. Will Star Scouts please stand? Reaching the rank of Star marks a turning point in a scout's journey. At this level, there is no looking back. The Star Scout is recognized by both peers and leaders, youth and adults alike, as a dependable role model who leads by example. They often serve as instructors within the troop, sharing their knowledge and discovering hidden talents that are now beginning to emerge. A Star Scout plays an essential role in the troop's success, having already served in a leadership role for several months. They may assist younger scouts with rank progress, review and sign off requirements in scout books, and encourage others to stay committed to their goals. Star Scouts also come to understand the significance of community service projects, recognizing these tasks as a core duty of scouting. To reach this rank, they have completed at least 6 merit badges, including 4 that are required for Eagle Scout. With each achievement, the Star Scout not only deepens their skills, but also strengthens their commitment to the values of Scouting, setting a path for themselves and others to follow. Will Star Scouts may be seated. Will Life Scouts please stand? The rank of Life Scout is a testament to the true dedication and experience in Scouting. No longer a novice, the Life Scout is fully committed to their troop and embodies the principles of Scouting in everything they do. Having completed junior leader training, they are well prepared for the responsibility of serving on the troop's staff, helping to organize and execute programs that bring Scouting to life for all members. It is a demanding role, but one they are more than ready to tackle. With a minimum of 11 merit badges earned through hard work and perseverance, the Life Scout is already a seasoned scout with their sights set firmly on the ultimate goal of Eagle. Troop leaders and adult mentors look to them for support in planning, coordinating activities, and providing guidance to younger scouts. The Life Scout now has a deeper understanding of Scouting's history, values, seeing the tradition and purpose that drives the program. Dedicated to their growth and to the success of the troop, a Life Scout is often at the forefront during campouts, meetings, and service projects. They understand that reaching Eagle is within their grasp if they remain focused and committed. Their Court of Honor will be a well-deserved celebration, marking their achievements and the legacy they are building within Scouting. Life Scouts may be seated. May all the Eagle Scouts present please stand up. An Eagle Scout is more than a person who has honed outdoor skills or completed an impressive series of merit badges. An Eagle Scout is a leader, a committed servant to the community, and someone who lives with integrity and purpose. This rank signifies a scout who has shown resilience, strength of character, and an unwavering dedication to the ideals of the Scout oath and law. The journey to Eagle Scout requires planning and carrying out a substantial service project that leaves a lasting positive impact on the community. It requires the discipline to meet high standards, the maturity to recognize the influence of one's actions, and the insight to inspire others through example. The path to Eagle is not just a checklist. It is a transformative journey that builds both personal strength and the ability to lead others. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a true test of perseverance and grit, overcoming obstacles, meeting higher expectations, and most importantly, holding oneself to a standard of excellence. Those who earn this rank become a part of tradition of service, leadership, and honor that has shaped lives for over a century. An Eagle Scout is not only prepared for the challenges of today, but also ready to make a meaningful difference in the world of tomorrow.
Thank you, Michelle. So we've got a little bit of an understanding of the process that Zephram had to go through to get to where he's currently at. Are we making you feel uncomfortable just sitting up there by yourself? Or are you okay? But at this time, I'd like to call Peter Greeley up front, please.
Good evening, my name is Peter Greeley, and I am really excited to be here to introduce you to Zephram, the newest Eagle Scout for Troop 449. I have known Zephram since his Cub Scout days, and by the way, I have to wear glasses now, so, part of getting older, and where I was his Cub Master. And during those times, Zephram was certainly a special kid. He, if there was a game or anything was going on that would be fun, Zephram was always in the front of the line in order to do things. So he was always full of energy and ready to jump right in. He built enough Pinewood Derby cars that you could fill a bookcase. Some were fast, but they all had Zephram's little touch on them. Of those cubs that were in his den, at least 3 of those are Eagle Scouts, which is pretty special. We've talked a lot about how the Eagle Scouts are infrequent. Not a lot of scouts get through that. But to have 3 of them out of one den, that's pretty special. Like many young scouts, the outdoors called the Zephram, and he went to camp at every opportunity. On the table over there, you'll see his badges and many of the segments that he earned through that process. Back then, as is now, scouting isn't just about badges. It's also about having fun. And that's really important. But while Zephram had fun during those early days, that also would take him to new heights and make sure that he gets to his new accomplishments. Eventually, I became the assistant scoutmaster with Troop 449, and Zephram and his dad showed up one day, and they were instantly hooked. They were here, they stayed with the troop, and they bought into everything that we were selling. From that day on, Zephram was a different scout. He was serious and focused, and as he advanced, he took on some serious challenges. In 2001, I was lucky enough to escort 8 young scouts down to Philmont Scout Camp in New Mexico. Philmont Scout Camp is a high adventure camp. It is someplace you go down and you spend a lot of time getting to know nature and having a lot of fun. It is someplace that is challenging. We did about over 100 miles in 10 days. But we learned a lot about each other. We learned a lot about ourselves. It is a very special place that not a lot of folks get to go visit. And if you have a chance, you should go down there. While we were down there at Philmont, Zephram got a chance to become best friends with a donkey. What did you name him? Bitey. Because when we went to go pick him up, he was chewing on everything. So that's why he got his name Bitey. During those 2 days while we had that donkey, Zephram would do everything he could encourage to make that donkey behave. Sometimes it was picking up grass, trying to get him across a creek. Sometimes it was just giving him a little scratch behind the ears. But that donkey was a pain in the So there was a lot of fun. It was a good growing opportunity. Also at Philmont, Zephram had the chance to he volunteered the GIA, which is responsible for administering and endorsing the outdoor code while you're at Philmont. So that means he's responsible for making sure that we keep all the places cleaned up, make sure we report any sightings of wild animals, that kind of thing. But he volunteered to do that. At 14 years old, he stepped up and said, I want this responsibility. Within our crew, we had 2 Eagle Scouts, 2 Live Scouts, and then 4 younger Scouts. So Zephram was one of the youngest ones at 14 years old, and he was willing to step up and do the work and commit to the process. Philmont isn't just one trip out. Philmont is an entire season of training. We started training in January, seriously training, getting out and doing training hikes. Zephram made all the training hikes. He was always out there with a good attitude, good smile, doing what he needs to do and helping others out, which is important. That's what we look for in those scouts. He hauled his gear, and he managed to become best friends with the donkey. On another day, we climbed a 12,000-foot peak. So how tall is Mount Rainier? 14,000. We were at 12,000 feet, which is a whole day adventure, and it was a challenge in and of itself. But we all did it. Zephram was, again, right at the front, leading and helping the boys that were struggling to get to the top. But at that last day of Philmont, those 10 days went really fast, and that last day, didn't those burgers and shakes taste delicious? They were so good. It is a magical place. Philmont's a magical place, and it definitely encourages that growth. And Zephram stepped up to the challenge and showed his resilience and dedication. But not everybody gets to go down to a high adventure camp. Zephram did 3 of them. So Zephram accomplished a triple crown in high adventure camps. He went to Philmont, Sea Base, and Northern Tier, which is a canoe one. That is really unusual. There aren't a lot of people that get through all three. So that, again, shows his commitment to the scouting methodology that scouting provides, as well as what he can do personally. There's a lot of challenges to be able to get through all three of those camps.
Bye, have a good night.
Has anyone ever noticed that Zephram and his dad sometimes stop cleaning?
Hi, Dawn.
Yeah.
That makes my head happy.
Becky, yeah. They like trying to hide something from us? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So, throughout his time in the troop, Zephram also served as senior patrol leader, assistant senior patrol leader, and his leadership has made a lasting impact. I'm certain that patrol leader, since his time, drawn on his advice and guidance. He has led with integrity and created a legacy that will live on in our troop for years. For his Eagle Scout project, Zephram chose a site along the Black River, a location that is slowly being restored to its natural state. In an area where industrial activity has decimated natural habitat, Zethram's project provided wood duck houses to encourage the return of ducks to the river. His work has helped revitalize this area, and the return of these birds is a tribute to his vision and commitment to conservation. Zephram, you've grown into an incredible leader, and we are all very proud of you. Congratulations on reaching the rank of Eagle Scout. You've earned it. You'll carry these experiences, these friendships, and these skills of life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Zephram, the newest Eagle Scout, Troop 449.
So with whoever gets to follow that up, I believe would be Miss Nancy Woods, if she could step forward.
Thank you, Peter. I don't know how I'm going to call that. My name's Nancy Woods, and I was Zephram's den leader in Cub Scouts and followed Peter as the pack master. That sounds so weird to me. But anyway, so Zephram's adventures going through, and I just got to tell you, Peter was a little wrong. He is the first one from Den 1 to make Eagle, because we only had two. What? Twins moved away. Well, so I have this book I kept the whole time when I was doing the den. So it's everything, including, it's funny pictures at summer camp down at, we'll have to show you. Did you show them? So anyway, in the den, we started, I met Zephram on October 3rd, 2013. He was in first grade. He had missed 3 meetings in September, and Christy shows him up and comes in. And at that time, we had a young man that couldn't make Wednesday night meetings, so we moved it to Monday in my garage, which became quite the entertainment. And so Zephram, as Peter alluded to, was a little competitive at times, and we always had games at the end. And the one, stomping out the balloons. We got, or whoever had to do something, he always volunteered. So I had to create a way so that Zephram would equalize stuff and not always volunteer. So I had a Royal Crown bag with ping pong balls in it with numbers, and you had to pick, and you'd say whoever got numbers and stuff. And that's because of Zephram and wanting to do things a lot, and with the den, we did a lot of different stuff. You remember, of course, Reptile Man, and we went to the Museum of Flight, we went down to the Black Diamond Coal Museum. When you're going through all the coverings, it's kind of hard to keep first, second, third graders, fourth graders' attention. So you always had to make things exciting, and I'm sure your parents and your sister loved it when I made everyone go home and do a fire alarm, and you had to go outside. That's fun, and we always had the reporter to how to care for your dog. Zephram was very excited about how to tell us how you care for a dog. And that was, and this is, discussing and enthusiasm. And so when he crossed over, that enthusiasm continued, it was like, oh, this is different, but it's kind of the same, and I know all these guys, they're the older guys, so it was good, and it's been a pleasure to watch you grow in Scouts, and I still hear about the donkey at home, because my oldest son was teaching me there, so I'm glad Peter brought that up. And you were a leader in the den, and you could always, we used to try to, when we had new parents come in, they'd bring their younger kids in, and we'd have some of the older cubs, take them out, we met at Ridgewood, and take them out and play, and you're out there playing with the little kids, having a good, and that's being a leader and showing them what to do. So, anyway, I'm very proud, very happy for you.
Thank you, Nancy. It's been kind of fun listening to all of the stories pre-Troop 449. I didn't have the pleasure of meeting Zephram until he actually crossed over into Boy Scouts. So hearing some of these Cub Scout stories is kind of a treat here. But we're going to move on to troop matters. And so with that, I'm going to call Paul Farag, our current troop master, forward.
Actually, speaking about the high adventure camp, I had the pleasure of taking Zephram on to the Florida trip, which you don't know is really kind of, as Jeff would say, the club med of high adventure. We're going diving every day, but in order to do that, we had to endure a lot of cold water training to get that certification and be able to not do the 70-foot dive. With that, watching Zephram grow, and I would invite him to come up as I tell this. Zephram's been one of those natural leaders. You watch people take their initial leadership position at a camp as their senior patrol leader, and often it's not uncommon for the first time for people to be yelling, frustrated. Not that way. He just kind of corrals as they along, talks to them, and then all of a sudden, the troops moving. It's no one's doing anything. So thank you for making my job easy. And with that, I would like to invite you over this way. And what I'm here to do is present as Eagle Scout. He gets a new neckerchief. And so I'd like to present this to Zephram. And what we do, a tradition in our troop, is we do not take the old neckerchief off until we put the new one. And the rationale or the thought behind this is as he moves to the rank of Eagle, and we do this when we cross over from Cubs, but there is no break in your scouting journey. So. like to invite Zephram's parents for Zephram to continue with the award. Thank you. Now you're up.
So I believe next we have parent pins.
So one of the things, and this has been a common theme, is parents and adults are financing logistics. So what Zephram is doing is presenting parents who are the main source of finance and logistics to get this, right? He's presenting them with parent gifts. So it's a small thank you for Luke. If you get to this level, you cannot do it on your own. You need support. And in this case, support on the bench.
Although we fell out of favor, there was a routine by Bill Cosby a long time ago, and he talked about a football player goes to the NFL, and the father is playing catch with him every single day, after school, tackle football, coaching him every day, gets him into the right college, shows up for every game in college, talks to the college coach. The football player makes the NFL, he scores a touchdown, and he says, "Hi, Mom. Look at all, this is my first one."
Why don't we get a family shot? Please, let me hear it in the family.
And next we have a presentation of the mentor pin. So the mentor pins are basically these little things, and they're pins I give to people that I think have helped me in my scouting journey significantly more than others that have. You know, everybody's helped me along my way, and I guess these are the most important. So I think I'm gonna call my father back up here. He's been probably one of the main mentors in my scouting journey. You know, every single time I didn't want to go do something, you know, like that analogy he just had, you know, playing catch with the sun. I don't want to go to the snow alley. It's cold. Get out of bed. So I guess here's his second one. For my second one, I have me. I'm going to invite Mr. Greeley up here. There we go. Mr. Greeley was also one of my greatest mentors as I went to Philmont, which I think was my most difficult high adventure camp. He was always there to, you know, remember the stories that I didn't even remember and remind me of biting the donkey. But yeah, he was always, you know, he was always there for me during that, and it's one of the greatest moments of my life when I got up that mountain. And yeah, he was always there. And for my third and final one, I think probably one of the most influential people in my scouting career In my life, it's, been my father, and Mr. Gurley was like one of the most pivotal points of my scouting career, but throughout my entire scouting career, definitely the greatest role model I've ever had was Nancy. Nancy she's been here from the beginning, first day it ever started. And very honored to have her as a leader.
Well done, Zephram. At this time, we're bringing things towards a close. I'm going to call Stephen Baker up to lead the Eagle Scout charge.
I'm going to call Zephram Wyborny up to participate in the Eagle Scout. Come on over here so I can see. So Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in world history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. This award, as you will know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children after you. But these good things depend for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only to the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to find our living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts, hands, skills, and abilities to the common good. Help to build the future by continuing to set an example of clean leadership, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence. Whatever others may do, you will leave behind you a record which you may justly be proud of. Eagle Scout Zephram Wyborny, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding without reservation and ever before you the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the same words which close the Declaration of Independence. Will all Eagle Scouts please, in attendance tonight, please rise and join Zephram and I in reaffirming the Eagle Scout pledge. Scout sign. Repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance. To the three promises of the Scout Book. I thoughtfully recognize. And take upon myself. The obligations and responsibilities. Of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best. To make my training an example. And my status and my influence. Count strongly for better scouting. And for better citizenship. In my troop. In my community. And in my contact with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. Please be seated. Zephram, your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You have rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting. But one more thing is important. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example to your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagle Scouts and all of Scouting. The torch you carry is not yours alone, but it is ours also. Congratulations.
Now is the time where I thank you for attending this court of honor. It's been a really great time along my scouting journey, and I've had some high points and some low points. But overall, it's been a really great experience. Highly recommend for the young Cub Scouts that are in here. Boy Scouting is much above just Cub Scouts. It's an adventure in of itself. It is similar, but much fun, much more fun. You get to go on adventures, a lot more freedom, ton of merit badges, each in of itself, very fun things to do. There's a little bit of paperwork though. That's not fun, but the rest of it is really awesome. Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. I thank you all for coming.
That's not quite it. One of the things we like to do is share that with everyone, including the students.
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm Adam's son. I was a Eagle Scout and I joined the troop the year prior to Zephram and his age group. And as a younger scout, it was, still settling into things, trying to figure out how this whole scouting thing works. But I remember when it was finally my age group's turn to take the leadership torch down. We were kind of reluctant to do so, just a little bit. We were nervous to take that step from, following to leading, and that's really what the second half of scouting is about. And once we did, we got there. It was really great to help you guys and the teachers to all the younger scouts. But Zephram followed up me and Paxton, who were the SPLs prior, and he did it he's eager to do it. And it was really great to see how he did it and see how he became the leader after we did it. And it's now great to see him as the 100th Eagle Scout of our group. So, yeah.
Go through merit badges, and one of the merit badges I'm a counselor for is public speaking and communications. And I thought, this is pretty easy to do. This is pretty easy to do. It's maybe it's easy, maybe it's not. I might hurt myself trying to get this thing out. But one of the things I say, and I give for the communications merit badge, is you gotta host a court of honor. You've got to get up in front of an audience and speak. And you've seen it with Zephram's Comfort to Speak. You just saw it with Liam. And I've always given advice, is like, make a mistake, just go with it. Nobody will know. Nobody will call you out. Well, I'm calling myself out. I want to take this time to go back in the program a little bit and put the medal on. But Zephram did have the patch already sewn on since he's been in Eagle for a year. And I figured I'd break my rule and say, just ignore it and it'll be okay. Nobody will be the wiser. Thank you.
I would just like to congratulate Zephram on we had sort of a little bit of a trend going for a few years. or for a few Eagle Scouts. They got the Eagle Badge accomplished just under the wire before their 18th birthday. Yes, there was this kind of whole blip thing where we weren't meeting in person or anything like that. But Zephram, you've had it for a year, and you're not even 18. So that in itself is also worth commending and congratulating him on. So, Zephram, again, my biggest congratulations for you, and a job well done. If nobody else has any other stories, I would like to call somebody else up, even though they do have those weird socks on right now that I saw, to finish out what we have planned for this evening.
Thanks. I want to mention one other thing, especially for you younger scouts that are from this side and Cub Scouts. You see a lot of merit badges here, and it takes 21 merit badges to become an Eagle Scout. Well, you're looking at more than 21. And so if you get your 21 and then 5 more, you get a bronze palm that goes onto your medal. Zephram has a bronze palm. If you do 5 more merit badges, you get a gold palm. Zephram has a gold palm. And if you do 5 more merit badges, you get a silver palm. And Zephram has the silver palm as well. So he's got a heavy bunch of merit badges there. And he has those palms as well. So we have a very short video to play here. I'm hoping I can get the tech right here. I rehearsed it earlier, but then everything, of course, shut down. So I'm going to play this, and it's just going to be about 2 or 3 minutes. After this plays, then the adults, before the horde, may go to the back of the room and get themselves dessert. We have a dessert bar back there. There's some drinks over on this side, so please help yourself to a lovely dessert. After the parents are done, I will ring the bell and the scouts will be released. Scouts, do not get a whole plate. Go through, get one, maybe split one with somebody else, and then I will ring a second bell. Ding, 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 and you can run in there and get everything so that I don't have to do anything with regards to taking anything home. I don't think that'll be a problem with a room full of scouts. So as I set this up, I do believe the one thing that we need to do is we call the color guard and have them retire our flags for us.
Troop attention, may the audience please rise. Troop has to leave with an uniform, please put your right hand over your heart. Troop, color guard retrieve your flag. Color guard dismiss. The audience may be seated. Scout sign. Please join me in the scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, thoughtful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Troop at ease. Troop dismissed.
We start with the Cub Scouts. Look at them. See the weird things they do. A scout is always hungry. Cub Scouts will always find animals. Here they find animals that creep out their mothers. The more the mothers run, the better. And what is better than a race? A chance to take your rival's special moment. The spectacle has ceremony. And to victors go the spoils. But nothing happens without the Eagles. Serious and formal all the time until they are not. And then there is this guy, just look, real seriousness. Thankfully, not the whole group is crazy at the same time. Then there is Scout Camp, where a scout learns to walk. Nobody knows why scouts choose to walk this way. Hunting skills are honed, and of course more meetings. They say scouts swim, but it has never been photographed. Meanwhile, the leaders meet. Look, these scouts are learning to fly. Others choose to keep feet on the ground. Hunting skills become life skills, a meal for the family. These scouts discover the truth. With pride, they show their discovery. Scouts meet so they can. Meet again family outside. They go into the mountains, see them onto rocks. Don't they look natural? Travelers pass through the field. Again, they hunt for food. A scout is always hungry. Then the big day comes. Fairwood High Adventure Scout Ranch, hunting dinosaurs, moving rocks, admiring rocks, always being hungry, storing food from the wild. Scouts. This is the Scouts' #1 enemy. They pause to celebrate having survived the burrow. In the rain, in the sun, the mountains are climbed, but Scouts need to rest. And then they rest again. Fossils are just rocks, but not to a scout. Oh look, the scout is in the ocean, sea base, high adventure base. These scouts are divers. They travel to search the Gulf of Mexico for the legendary Bigfoot animal. Nobody told them that Bigfoots don't live underwater. And freak out their moms. Look, they have returned for Zephram's Eagle Scout project. Zephram made them all work for him. They built habitat for the beautiful wood duck. Scouts do many things. Digging holes and hauling concrete are key scout skills. Wait, it's time for more high adventure. This time they need to practice. They are going on a 9-day, 100-mile canoe trip in the wild. The goal is Northern Tier High Adventure Camp. Bugs await. But canoe skills are paramount to these scouts. They are hungry again. They need fish to survive. And survive they did. Cranberries and other fruits await, but no apples. Here in the wild, the scouts went swimming. Yet again, no photo evidence supports the theory. The boats take them on adventure, and the mosquitoes keep them in their tents. Again, the scouts must survive the ordeal of travel. Here we see them hungry. Especially when they are home by the